In the United States, we discard about 80 billion pounds of food waste per year. That's about 220 pounds of food waste for every person living in America. In 2005, my team and I at Second Harvest had a big idea. What if we could rescue some of the wasted food and get it to the people in our community who needed it most before it was sent to the landfill? Well, we knew one thing for sure. We couldn't do it alone. I'm Jason Clark, and I have the crazy, audacious belief that hunger in America can not only be reduced, but completely eradicated. This is my quest to build an army made up of people just like you and me. When you really boil it down, what Second Harvest does to help hungry people is that we rescue food. And we rely on hundreds of food companies in the area to help us make that possible. Everything from rescuing food from grocery stores to like a Yakima Fruit, where they're packing millions and millions of apples a year, and they can give us some of those to help people too. When you think apples, you think of Washington State. In fact, more than 60% of the nation's apples come from here, and the Yakima Valley is the heart of apple country, processing more Red Delicious, Cosmic Crisps, and Granny Smiths than any region in the state. Yakima Fruit and Cold Storage is one of the largest processors of apples in America. They've been growing, storing, packing, and marketing apples across the world since 1949. For the last 6 years, they've been one of Second Harvest's biggest supporters. Mike Wilcox is Yakima Fruit's president, and his family has been running this plant for several generations. He gave me a tour of their amazing operation in Wapato, Washington, just outside Yakima. Yakima Fruit and many other packers and shippers in the region donate millions of pounds of slightly blemished produce a year that we then distribute to people in need at over 400 mobile markets and dozens of food pantries in schools, churches, and community centers across eastern Washington and North Idaho. You know, for me, I'm always grateful for the people, and you know, it's the selfish thing about my work is that I get to work with good people all the time, and it's whether it's the volunteers who come in and pack, the donors who give food, money, support, and of course the people that I get to work with every day. We have an amazing team. What we do, the mission is really simple. The work is really, really hard and complicated, but when you're working with good people, it becomes a labor of love instead of, labor. Speaking of good people, Manny Imperial and his family have built their business from the ground up.
So in 1983, we immigrated from the Philippines. There's 3 boys, my sister and my mom, dad. We immigrated, my uncle brought us here. We start working with him. He is a farmer here since 1960s.
Okay.
So we started 40 acres, and to this day we have about 1,900 acres.
Imperial's garden runs one of the most impressive specialty produce farms in the Northwest. Manny and his family started out with just 40 acres, and now they've expanded to hundreds of acres, and they grow everything from asparagus to corn, peppers, tomatoes, and even watermelon. So have you is the market been a part of your operation from the very beginning?
Yeah, we started with a small fruit stand on the north.
Gotcha.
When you come in. Okay. It looked like just small.
Yeah.
The farm was set up to be one stop, so that's why I got all those.
Okay.
You don't find a lot of farm now that with all these beds anymore.
Right.
There are 1 or 3 items, and then that's it.
Variety is what we hear our clients want the most, and Manny's incredible family farm provides many different kinds of produce we otherwise couldn't supply, and that allows us to provide food that is healthy and nutritious.
So like bell pepper, there's a choice, large, medium, medium, large, extra large, double XL.
Yeah.
So usually most of the chain, they only take XL and large. XL, XL.
Okay.
Choice, most of those are chopping. Goes to the
Like
restaurants,
restaurant,
boats,
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
food service.
But the medium, large, I mean, those are the things that we can sell cheap.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
You know, on that bell pepper. Cucumber, we do the same thing.
Okay.
The little imperfect, the little croakers,
Yeah.
we can ship it to you guys.
Okay.
You know, like the smaller, anything that upgrade that would not
Yeah.
pass the scale as a number one,
Okay.
and we ship it to you guys.
Oh man, I'm going to follow up on all that.
And it'll be cheap.
Well, because you know, like, because sometimes we're so desperate for variety, like we'll haul stuff from California, and the freight now is so insane.
Oh, you can set me up. You have.
If we can find it here, it'd be better.
I will
for
have
everybody.
zucchini, beans, cukes, corn,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Watermelon if you want.
It sounds like we've created an even better partnership with Manny today, and that will help us provide healthy, nutritious food to those who need it and allow his business to grow. It's days like this that keep our crusade to fight hunger marching on. I think that'd probably be about our appetite. If we could ship one to our Pasco facility and one to Spokane, it'd really give us some nice variety.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
the
the
variety
plant
we
goes,
just,
yeah.
that's really
This
helpful.
stuff that you don't find.
Oh yeah, no. No, you
Because
guys, you're the only
few
game.
of us that doing this anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
My neighbor Yakimanation and us.
Yeah.
This mini variety. You got everything you need? You gotta shake hands? too?
Yeah, let's shake hands. Yeah, yeah. Our partners in agriculture have been supplying food for Second Harvest for decades. They are the silent army that keeps so many families across our region fed every day, and we owe them all a huge debt of gratitude, especially as food prices continue to rise. We at Second Harvest simply can't do our job without the support of farmers and agricultural partners like Yakima Fruit and Cold Storage and Imperial's Garden. Thank you, Mike and Manny, and all of you who support our audacious crusade to eliminate hunger across the region. Second Harvest, serving people facing hunger.